It is a good challenge for me. Before coming here, I worked a lot with students in the United States, high school age students, and so coming to Myanmar, it was a completely different situation, just in terms of how everything is being taught, how the students learn, how the teachers have been taught. So it's definitely a big challenge, but it's one that I've been enjoying very much so far. Yeah, sometimes it's a little hot, but it is I feel very important. I think Myanmar teachers here have a very important image to uphold, and so to also wear the school uniform, I also feel sort of a priority to uphold that as well. So I do have like a business background, but it's more like administrative. So actually more of my experience is with youth education. So in that regard, it's not super different actually.
So, how different are American student and Burmese student?
Oh, they're very different.
So, can you explain for that?
Sure. I think in Myanmar there's much more respect among students for their teachers. In the United States, we do not have that same relationship with our students and teachers. So in that regard, I'd say that classroom management it has its different challenges just because of class size. But the students, I think, are just much more welcoming and much more warm in comparison to American students who are not that way.
What about teacher?
What about teachers?
Yes.
Also different. I would say it comes down more to the education system than the teachers themselves. But I would say that in both the United States and Myanmar, teachers work very, very hard.
Advice to the education ministry.
I would just say to veer away from rote memorization. I think so much can be learned outside of what is in the textbook, and that's something that Americans really value, is kind of expanding our minds beyond kind of the knowledge that we're given, even from our teachers, to just keep thinking critically beyond what we already know. Of Myanmar culture, I would say the hospitality. I think particularly in the United States and then in other countries that I've traveled to, Myanmar people are just so welcoming, like, oh, come over to my house, let me feed you. These kinds of things. I feel very at home in Myanmar, yes.
How about the food?
The food, I like the food. I definitely miss food from my home, but I also really like mohinga, ono kauswe, so yeah. I really like the fruit here, very, very fresh fruit.
Fresh
Ati,
food.
yes,
ati. Oh.
and vegetables. In the United States, we don't, because our country is colder, we can't grow fresh vegetables and fruits the way that you can here. So going to the market, it's so beautiful. I would just say especially for the younger kids, to just listen to the students. I think they have a lot of ideas and just creative thinking that can do wonders for education in their later years.
So,
would you advise the teachers?
The teachers? What? I would advise them that even though they're given like a textbook that they know very well, that there's a lot of creative things that can come out of it if they spend the time creating lesson plans, if they want to, that every class can be very fun and engaging and creative.